So essentially, anytime the sheet will get modified, this is going to change. Even if I did the undo button, Control Z on the keyboard, it updated that. Control Y is redo. Undo, redo, undo, redo. But it's updating every time. So before I wanted to build this, so anytime you would paste these values in, it would update that. And really, once you get this calculator set and it's ready to go and everything, all you have to do is just hit the paste, special, values only, and then now you don't have to touch it or tweak it or anything, and it's done, right? And so that is the timestamp. But as soon as I go into any cell and continue to type, it's going to update further past that. So this is kind of handy as long as you're just pasting and not editing or doing anything else, and you can get kind of a snapshot of when it was. Maybe you can make another copy, make a copy, and that way you've got this one immortalized forever. Or you can take this tab and duplicate it and continue tabs with different dates or things like that. Or, and I found it the other day, but there is a versions. You can find, I found it already, see version history. So I saved it here, and it looked like this. And I think, and this is just, we're going to have to test this out going forward kind of thing. But, you know, we were at 3163 when I downloaded it. And now, currently, we're at 2594. So if this continues to update itself, you won't have to make different tabs. You can go back into the versions and you can look at your own version history. So we'll have to see as it goes on. I've never used that feature before, but we'll see if it works out. Anytime you buy or sell, you have the fees. So if you have your fee in your token and you decide that you wanted 50 and instead you got 49.9995 because it took the fee out of the particular token, you need to make sure that that's updated. If you're buying with Bitcoin, you need to subtract out of your Bitcoin. So if I bought another 150 here, and I, 0.0003, and I spent all my Bitcoin there, you just need to make sure that these are updated. The same with Binance Bucks. It's going to steal a little bit of a fee each time, right? So your Binance value, undo, redo, is going to go down by a couple pennies each time or a couple dollars each time you make a trade or you do something with it. So just make sure that those values stay updated. That was something that kind of threw me off at the beginning. I couldn't find out why I was missing like $5 or $6, or I had too many dollars, or it didn't make any sense because I would update, I added 300 more and my total went up, but I forgot to subtract the similar amount off of Ethereum or if whatever I bought it with, kind of thing. And then down here, you can get rid of the formula here. It just equals D40, which is right here, D40, column D, row 40. And this formula is just a sum of 35 to 39 above it, so you could add them up. So I have my KuCoin tab over here. So essentially, for this example, I threw $1,000 in, $1,000 in, $1,000 in. I took $500 out of here and I sent it to KuCoin, and then maybe I bought more if I want to add another row in there. Insert one above. Just make sure that maybe I bought another 750 worth of Ethereum. Make your formatting look pretty, that way it always stays nice, no borders on that one. Make sure that the formula is updated. So I added another 750 there. The formula is updated to go calculate all of them now. And then this equals that up there. Now my return on investment is really horrible compared to where it was before, kind of thing, because I added that in there. So this will, everything updates. You can change your, if we are, within 0.5% of, that's, yeah, 0.5% of the 24-hour low. So that's 50%, I feel. That's not a percent. 2.75%. I think that one popped up now. Yeah, there we go. So right now, because I updated this particular one is within 2.75% of its 24-hour low. So where's the 24-hour low? Right here. 131, and if I can do this and show this well for you, it's at 134. So 131 to 134, that's the lowest it's been today. It has been up to 142 in the last 24 hours. So maybe if you want to buy more of that, now would be a good time. And everything updates across the board. Pretty colors. Colors here are just pluses and minuses. If you're between or if you're between break even and negative 20%, it's going to be yellow in this column, just so it was different. Once it gets past, let's say that we lost more money out of here. However you want to do that. Once that gets past negative 20, it's going to turn red instead of being yellow. Anything on the positive side shows green. And I think that kind of describes the entire intent of what I wanted to explain in the first movie, the first little video that I made there. And just reading through this stuff and make sure that you're following the steps. If you need to add, make sure you drag down from that point. Make sure that you're double clicking on there that way, or clicking twice. You don't have to double click fast, but that way it alphabetizes them. So when you paste them in, they're in the correct order and that sort of thing. In the future, we'll get a KuCoin going on. This is just an example. Read through it. This right here, 10.0.67.01, updates from Binance Sheet I5. Where's Binance I5? Binance I5. 10.67.01. So anytime you want to link into or anytime you update, it's going to update over here as well. And if I go to my phone and look at today's current price based off of Bitcoin Checker down below, which is what I use, it might be 0.00155. And so with that in mind and that in mind, that is the current value. Or if we get to 0.01 for a value someday in the future, cross our fingers, and this is going to be at 20,000. My $500 investment is going to show up as a portfolio change of 500%. We've gained that much money. That's still the buy-in price. That's still the amount that I hold. This is the current value that I'm having to manually type in though. And then this math is still working out the same way. So you can see a number here. If you get a situation like this where you've got thousands and millions of dollars, lucky you, we're going to, if you find the point between them where you can see and you can drag like this, don't drag necessarily, just double click on the space between them. And because I don't have any of these cells merged together, it's not going to shoot off in the distance like this or something like that. Hopefully for most of them it's not going to do anything like that. So if you have something like that and you want to make it tight so you can fit it on your screen, just double click right on top of there. That's going to be that. This is just another example here. It still has math in it. It still brings the current value in from the Binance sheet, from your pasted values. Timestamp, I kind of got that figured out. I think in here I say go check out version 1.0 if you're interested in learning about it. Macros are kind of neat if you want to learn how to do stuff. You can actually scrape real-time data off of the internet. And instead of updating this page whenever you paste and have to go through a solid, 20 seconds worth of steps, you can just update it so it automatically does it and you save yourself the 20-second update time. So it's possible to do. This is just some more stuff that I've typed out, related to it all. And that's kind of where we're at with everything. So that's pretty much the whole sheet. Make sure you're reading through here. If you do have any questions at all, there's the formula descriptions, and you can click on them, or well, I guess not click on them. You can read it down further, that sort of thing. Past that, and I guess that's kind of it. If you do have any questions, hit me up, cryptocalculators.io. This link here works, hopefully. Hooray! And now you're back to where we were before. So now you have access to your drive. I taught you how to do that. You have your calculator. You know where your values are within Binance, and you know how to alphabetize this and copy it and move it over. Thanks for watching today, everybody. I really appreciate the the time that everybody's taken to send me information about stuff. If you find anything wrong, if you want anything added, if you want me to do a different tutorial, if you want me to build a calculator for GDAX or Coinbase, or update something for you to utilize and use cryptocurrency and understand and teach others about it, anything that you can do to do that will make us both successful. So go to the contact page, let me know, type in an email address, some information, and hit the go button. It comes right to my cryptocalculators@gmail.com address right now, and that's that. So if you could and would, I would really appreciate it. Go to YouTube, hit like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. This is something that I'm going to keep doing. It's a ton of fun for me, and I really want to make it succeed and keep going. And I guess that's it. Thank you.